by my billboard because I want a good, decent backdrop to tell you what I'm about to tell you. And I want to keep this video short because short videos get shared in the millions of views, and this information is important. It seems the People's National Movement think that their supporters are idiots. Keith Rowley and Harry Back and the rest of the 1% thinks that poor black people in Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. I'll tell you why. Today I read a PNM theft of a PEP policy. I want to show you this document. See this document? The Progressive Empowerment Party is the only political party in this country's history to have launched with a manifesto. And as simple as this document looks, it contains 21 policies, 21 earth-shattering policies, 21 policies that have changed the national conversation. These 21 policies are part of a larger work that was called Reboot the Republic, and these 21 policies were supposed to be a sneak peek into other things that we were going to do. But these 21 policies had the impact of rocking the UNC and the PNM to the core. And the PNM and the UNC had to steal from our 21 policies because prior to them hearing about the Progressive Empowerment Party, they had no clue what to do. The Progressive Empowerment Party is telling the nation that if we capture, hold, treat and distribute our water, we would not have had to spend $1 billion with SIS for our wastewater treatment plant. We would not have to spend billions of dollars to build the Salcott and pay them $500 million a year like we've been doing. And still people can't get water more than 1 day a week. Capture, hold, treat, distribute has become the national language for how to fix water. Our #1 policy when we launched on January 18, 2017, our #1 policy is called home ownership for all. 0 deposit, 0 interest for 30 years for first-time homeowners for up to 1.5 million. Allowing even minimum wage earners to own a home. The PNM tried to steal this policy and put it as a campaign promise, as if to fool black people, because I launched this in January 2017, and if you had the slightest interest of giving poor black people starter homes with 0 deposit, you would have done it February 2017, because it don't take rocket science and more degrees than a thermometer to put that in place. But Keith Rowley and Harry Back are liars. They are deceivers. The PNM have been leading black people to the slaughter from since 910,000. 110,000 have been printed of these and distributed. If Keith Rowley, Harry Back and the rest of the 1% that owns and operates the PNM wanted to give poor black people $250,000 starter home, they'd do it in 2017. They'd do it in 2018. They'd do it in 2019. They'd even do it in 2020 when Fitzgerald Hines, who lives in a multi-story, multi-million-dollar mansion in Maraval, gone down beat to beat a signpost with a coquille broom to chain up poor black people's head. They're trying to steal a Progressive Empowerment Party policy called home ownership for all, but lying to you. And he is lying to you. And we've explained in depth in 3-minute videos and in instructional videos. The Progressive Empowerment Party has been informing, educating, and empowering this nation since January 18, 2017. Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, you're a liar and a thief, stealing a PEP policy and promising it to poor black people to chain them up, to fool them to vote for you is underhanded, devious, and nasty. Even for you, Harry Back and the rest of the crew. But I am here again outside this billboard. You see this billboard? I am the great emancipator. This is the great liberator. Because no matter what they tell you, I have changed the conversation. The Progressive Empowerment Party has brought into this national conversation real plans, real policies, real programs. And I want to tell you this. On August 10th, you could, with the power of this finger, change this country forever. Because the Progressive Empowerment Party, people have said, if we did one of these policies, we would change the country forever. home ownership for all, national security, secure the nation's borders, end the drug trade, end the money laundering, end the overnight billionaires who out of one little corner store downtown own the world. How? Secure the nation's borders, and you'll see. First world law enforcement, where we put into the police service internal affairs to keep our officers honest. From criminals to contributing citizens. Turn the jails into universities. If you go to jail and you were illiterate and you get literate, cut your sentence in half. If you got a degree, cut it again. If you got your master's, cut. If you got your doctorate, open the gate. Except for cases murder, rape, except for cases like murder, rape, treason, and white-collar crime. We want to make sure that the things that force people to choose a life of crime, that if they get away from that, and the only way to do that is to turn our jails into universities. First world healthcare. Well, that one's simple. The $5 billion that the contract mafia has been stealing through healthcare has been stolen from you. We will make it work. Prestige education for all. So that your name don't have to be on a list for you to get into Fatima and St. Joseph and presentation. We will make all the schools in this country prestige schools. Yeah? Higher education and skills training. Food independence. Tobago and Trinidad. Written that way for a reason. Alternative renewable energy. Clean, reliable pipe-borne water for all. A war on poverty. Regulate the financial sector. Rein in the rapacious banks. Make sure they pay deposit on your funds. Stop the charging of fees that are decimating your bank balances and let them put credit back into the system. We will also open the economy and bring foreign banks into Trinidad and Tobago to give them some competition. Regulate the financial sector from employee to employer. That is a real small business development. But do you know that of the 5 biggest companies in the world, if Facebook, Google, Apple, WhatsApp were formed in Trinidad and Tobago, they wouldn't exist. If Amazon.com was a Trinidad company, it was dead in the water before it started. Because there is no credit in our system for small business. And Amazon start on Jeff Bezos' dining room table. WhatsApp start in the back of a car. Apple start in a garage. Facebook start in a university dorm. What connects all? Google was 2 students. What connects all? Credit, finance, startup. Public office reform. Make all public office holders accountable. Enact recall and termination legislation for instances of non-performance and misconduct in public affairs. Electoral reform. Cap election spending that disqualifies candidates for breaches. Enact equal opportunity media law. Remove the $5,000 deposit currently required to contest an election. Candidates must reside within the constituency they hope to contest. Tikit, why are you not stealing these? And end to corruption. Shut down all special purpose companies and establish robust and transparent tenders process that disconnects purchase decision from contractual awards from the political directorate. Sell non-essential state companies. An end to mega contractors. This was the second part of that 2 things that they stole today. Decentralize all public development and maintenance works to constituencies, with all contractors and employees having to reside within the constituency where all projects are located. Decriminalize marijuana. When you heard Faris stand up on the TV and stunt for you with decriminalize marijuana, it was this policy that they stole. National plastic bottle policy. No, Blue Waters and Coca-Cola and Solo don't want this policy. But the same PNM and UNC that tells you every time the water flood is because you're throwing bottles and everything. But we tell you put a 25 cents bounty on that bottle and watch people pick the nation dry. Watch them make money off of trash. Good day, good day, good day. First world development. Establish new city within easy access from all corners of Trinidad and Tobago for officers of state currently based in Port of Spain. You know what I will do? 300,000 people that spends 3 and 4 hours a day commuting to and from Port of Spain, it will cut their commute in half. You don't have to spend $550 million. My friends and family of Darrell Smith and Brian Song and the rest of the NLCB bunch, because you don't have to get a racket rail report. This is simple maths. I want you to ask Keith Rowley. I want all PNM supporters to stand up for yourself now and ask Keith Rowley. If you was going to steal Progressive Empowerment Party's #1 policy that was launched on January 18, 2017, why you didn't do it in 2017? If you cared about poor black people, why you didn't do it in 2018? If you gave a damn about PNM supporters, Why you didn't do it in 2019? If you cared at all, this was an election year. Why didn't launch it in 2020? You know why? Because Harry Back and the family and the rest of the 1%, you know what they own? They own all the properties in Trinidad and Tobago. What they don't own, they're trying to buy up. Because they have dirty and loose money and they're trying to hide it in real estate. The Progressive Empowerment Party will end that. And they are going to try to steal a policy, to chain up your foot and chain up your head and shackle your mind and make you believe that any of them really want you to own a home. When to the 1%, you eking out a rent every month is massa whip and massa chain that keeps you working hard for dog money. The Progressive Empowerment Party will change this country, and in 6 days, August the 10th, you have the ability to give the contract mafia and the criminally corrupt in the PNM and UNC, give them the finger, this finger. Make sure that when you vote yourself a better country. Look what to put the X next to. You see that symbol? That symbol will change Trinidad and Tobago forever. You want a better country? Save TNT.